Michael van der Mark splashed his way to victory in World Superbike in Magny Cours at the weekend, and I want to do the very same. But the question is, can I? Can I win with Michael van der Mark in Magny Cours in the wet in Superbike 24? Let's find out. So here we go then, from 5th place on the grid with Michael van der Mark on board the BMW M1000RR. Let's go here in Magny Cours. Right then, couple of things to mention for this video here today, because we are playing Superbike 22, but we are using Superbike 2024 mod made by Tyron 14. If you want the mod, check out the link down below in the description. But I've got a few things to mention here for Superbike 22. If you've had the pleasure to play this game, then you will know how strong the AI are in the wet weather conditions. So unfortunately today I will not be playing on the extreme 120% difficulty. I will only be playing at extreme 100% difficulty. Unfortunately, the AI is just too strong in the hardest difficulty in this game. You can see as well how quickly they pick up the speed going out of some of these corners as well. The best place for the player is to catch them up under braking. So this is going to be a very difficult race here today, and there's also one more change I've made for this video to make it possible. Unfortunately, the Superbike 22 AI do not suffer tyre wear from both dry and wet conditions. However, the player does, and the player really suffers with tyre conditioning in this track, in this game, even in the wet weather conditions. So unfortunately, I have also had to turn off that as well. Hopefully that doesn't ruin the video, but what I can tell you is that this is going to be a challenge no matter what, because look at us, already struggling to keep on tabs with Nikola Buliga, Bautista, and even the injured Toprak Razgatlioglu. So this one is going to be wild. We'll see what we can do, and we'll see if we can win here in Magny Cours with Michael van der Mark. So first lap done and dusted then, and we're in 4th place. Providing the other riders ahead of us crash, we might have a good chance of winning this one. As I've just been playing, or at least I've just finished not so long ago as my Moto2 career mode. Video is done and dusted, waiting to upload, so you'll check that out very soon. But I'm a little bit nervous with touching these bikes after the Moto2 bikes in MotoGP 24, as I absolutely send it into the Adelaide corner with my particular favourite rider, Michael van der Mark. What a start here on race 1 in Magny Cours. Now there's one thing I've also meant to mention, that sounds hard to say, is it'll be a 16 lap race as well rather than the full 21 laps. I'm running out of time today and I've still got more videos to make, so unfortunately I've had to compromise a little bit to make it still fair and still very much fun. But what I will say is, if you do enjoy Superbike 2022, Superbike 24, this is the channel to be on right now, because I don't think anyone else is doing Superbike 24 content. So stick with me if you want to see more Superbike 2024 videos, and there's going to be more challenges as well yet to come. I think we could even do more from this weekend, even Garrett Gerloff getting his first podium with the Bonovo BMW team. Of course, Nikola Buliga back to winning ways as well in the Superpole and then the race. Looking really good is Buliga as we... Oh my god, I thought he was going to clip our rear tyre then. Now one thing to mention, the AI do struggle in that chicane out of Lycée and then into that chicane. They just don't seem to have the speed. Oh my god, Toprak would basically just gave up there on the straights. I guess that's the only problem with reducing the difficulty to 100%. In 120, they are rapid on the straights. And then when you lower the difficulty in this game, they tend to just lose speed on the straight rather than anywhere else. But look at his exit speed. This is why I had to change it to 100% as well, because I can't keep up with that. I've got the same bike, or the same power and everything, but can I outbeat him on the brakes? That is Toprak Razgatlioglu we're trying to beat on the brakes here, ladies and gentlemen. The greatest braker in World Superbike at the moment, possibly in history. And we've just made it stick on Toprak. Wonderful. We are now ahead of the pack, and we're leading for the very first time here in Magny Cours. Perhaps I could have increased the difficulty a little bit more. Maybe 100% was too easy? I'm not sure. I don't think it is. I think I'm going to get pushed no matter what. Superbike's physics are different to MotoGP. They feel different. They are different, and this is going to be more challenging. So I'm keen to see if we can actually even survive. This corner here, this is the Imola corner, and I've completely mucked it up now. It's such a difficult corner in this game to get right. The bike basically goes all loose and weak upon you onto the right-hander. It's pretty much what James Toseland said it is. Oh my god, and I'm spinning up the rear. Here comes Alex Lowe's. He was terrific in Magny Cours this weekend. That's a video idea, innit? Replicate what Alex Lowe's did. Make a mistake into turn 5, into the 180, and then challenge everyone and try and catch everyone up. Oh, just a track limit warning there. Tried to avoid cutting the chicane there rather than just trying to do it properly, but I messed it up. So unfortunately, that's a second track limit warning already for the Dutchman. He's looking for his 5th victory, or 6th victory is it in World Superbike. I should know this. Do really like Michael van der Mark, one of the most loveliest motorcycle riders I've ever met. Honestly, he's a wonderful chap. Really polite, very courteous, and a very interesting mind as well. So here we go then. Onto the brakes. Can we beat Nicola Bulega? I'm a little bit more confident attacking Bulega into the Adelaide corner than it is for Toprak Razgatlioglu. Yeah, the difference between the exit speed, I just don't have what they have. And I would imagine that's more talent than anything. I don't have the speed out of the corners like they do. I don't know if it's just difficulty, or if it's just that I'm not that good. I did have to consider increasing the traction control, so I went from 2 to 3 in these wet weather conditions, and I'm still spinning up the rear in a lot of these corners. Well, this has certainly kept me honest so far. I'm on 100% difficulty. That might be too wide again. Oh, it feels so weird. If you've played Superbike, you'll know exactly how strange that corner feels here in Imola. Yeah, in the Imola corner here in Magny Cours is the name of the corner. You're going to hear some track names at this circuit. All of the corners are inspired by certain points of the tracks in different countries and different tracks. So they are named after those. So if you hear me say the Nürburgring chicane, or the Imola corner, or even the Adelaide hairpin, referencing to the Australian circuit they used to have. Of course, yeah, it's a lot of different names around this circuit that you'll recognise as I go on. But into the Grand Courbe, we are closing in on who's probably likely to be another world champion as we go into the long right-hander of Estoril. Of course, we know what corner that's replicating out to turn 3 as I just clipped the curb there. That's lost me time. Trying to position myself back into my seat here. I'm getting too close to the television screen, to my OLED ultra-wide monitor. Of course, I am playing this actually in an ultra-wide perspective of 21:9, but you guys will see it from the standard TV perspective. As to be honest, for the videos, I think it benefited more to stay at that aspect ratio at 16:9, and then for myself to play at the full ultra-wide. So now into the 180 degrees left-hander. Got to be patient with this corner. Can't get onto the power too early, because if you touch the curb, it's a bit slippy. Just like that. Didn't even barely touch it, and I still slipped around the corner. Got to get it right here. Brake a bit early. Don't touch the curb, though, whatever you do, because it's pretty much instant death here in Superbike 24. As we brake on the brakes again. This is Chateau d'Eu. Onto the... I can't get the power on like Toprak can. Look how much time I've lost there. Yeah, that's it. I'm talking about you, Toprak, because good luck behind him. Onto the brakes, into the right-hander. This is the Complex de Lycée. I can feel good here. Here we go. Here we go. On the power. Come on. We should have him into turn 1 here. If he's going to brake early again like he did last time, we can go around the outside. Oh, not quite. Still plenty of time in this one. We don't need to force an overtake. Just be patient and stay with the number 54. We've got a second advantage to Nicolo Bulega, so we're not pressured from behind here. He has a terrific drive out that Estoril corner, though. This is the small kink. This is the golf corner for turn 4. Now or late on the brakes. It's now or never if we want to go into Adelaide. I made that stick once before. There's no harm in doing it again, of course. This is the best we've seen of Michael van der Mark, and probably the best I've seen from myself, actually, here in the wet conditions in Superbike 22. Ooh, is it coming? Not through yet into the Nürburgring corner. And now into the 180. I'm Desperate. I actually really would like to get through here just to see if I can actually pull away from Top Rack. As long as I can stay with him. Now I'm going to tell you what, here, there's an opportunity. Oh, the curb. Oh, I wheelied. Oh, my lord, I had a little bit of a wheelie there. I am really struggling into that corner. I also played a bit of Ride 5 a couple of weeks ago, here at this very same track. And it feels significantly different to the World Superbike game, of course. Again, breaking into the right-hander. This is the Lycée corner. Well, I've got to say, this has been an interesting challenge so far. We are closing back in on Top Rack. We are the fastest man on track. The 141.5, as once again he brakes really early into that left-hander. Maybe it's me braking too late, I don't know, but I feel like I can brake later there. A long right-hander into the Estoril corner. You've got to be careful of the track limits here because you touch that green and it's an instant track limit warning, which I think is a bit harsh, to be honest. But it is what it is. Trigger the sensor and then you get a track limit warning, of course. Out at the golf corner, well, wow, we carried a lot of speed and momentum into Adelaide. I don't know if I'm going to get that stopped. A little bit wide, and here comes Top Rack. Oh, I tried to move out of the way just in case he was going to clip me. The collision detection in Superbike can be a bit brutal, to be honest. Nice and early on the brakes. Look how the rear tyre wants to slide. You see how it just doesn't position itself well, even when braking in line. Ooh, small change. Little bit of a flick on the analog stick. Onto the right hand side, underneath the Magny Cours bridge. We brake right pretty much where the service sign is. Oh, that is too much on the curb. It's so nerve-wracking touching those curbs, I can assure you. You want to be watching me hit the curbs rather than hitting them yourselves, I can assure you. It's almost instant death. It's pretty scary. Under another bridge here in Magny Cours. Hard on the brakes. And into the right-hand side. Oh, here comes Top Rack. Yep, that's fine by me because I'll get you back into the chicane. Oh, my God. You have to be so careful there because if you touch your rear tyre, the chances are that you will go down. The collision detection, as mentioned prior, is very scary sometimes. We're 0.2 of a second clear from Top Rack. Ooh, dicing with death once again on that right hand side out of the Estoril corner. Just pushing beyond the limits here. Onto the brakes just before the Pirelli bridge. Can we get it stopped? We've run it a bit wide. Is Top Rack going to make me pay for that? We didn't get a good exit either there. We lost a lot of momentum on the corner. Yeah, we lost 0.3 of a second to Top Rack there. It's not that bad so far. You know what? It's beginning to feel more comfortable now. The wet conditions are not easy in this game. Everything else feels really solid here in Superbike 22. I thoroughly enjoy every single time I play this game. But the wet conditions, with the AI being incredibly tough, I'm actually quite... Oh no! That's another track limit warning. Gotta be careful there. I will confess, I am fortunate for this challenge that this is Magny Cours. In the dry, they are pretty bad at this track. You can dominate around here. As long as you've got a bit of nous and a bit of know-how of World Superbike, you can pretty much dominate this game in this track on the hardest difficulty. And I can't believe I got a long lap penalty for that. That looks as if I was doing it correctly, but I must have just exceeded the track limits and gone over the curb. They absolutely hammer that curb in real life as well. I felt like I'd done the same, but okay, we've now got a long lap penalty. So all my work to get ahead of Top Rack is now going to be undone. Now, the long lap penalty here is actually, I think, longer in real life. In the game, I don't think it's all that long, so I'll definitely finish behind Top Rack. I might even drop behind into the clutches of Booliga here, so I've got to be really careful. I'm going to take it immediately. That's one thing I will do. I don't think it makes sense to waste time trying to hold on as long as I can, trying to build a lead. Let's just get it done with. We've got to serve it within 3 laps. Oh, there it is. I thought it was tighter. Yeah, it's much bigger in real life. To the tight apex. We might. We have. Only lost about a second there. That's amazing. It is significantly longer in real life. So we... Oh, then again, this is Superbike 22, isn't it? But even then, I feel like it should have been longer in the game anyway. I guess at least we have a long lap penalty instead of an instant 3-second penalty or something like that. Ooh, Spooliger is within 0.2 of a second. We've got to be careful here because I'm not all that confident going into Lycée. If Spooliger sends it, this could make things difficult, and I've ran it deep. He might send it nonetheless. We held on. Ah, perfect. That was a beautiful entrance into the chicane this time around. We are now less than 7 laps remaining for this race. This is lap 10. Pressure's on again to catch up to Toprak. Well, let me know in the comments section down below, guys, what you think about the idea of the no tyre wear and the difficulty. I think possibly I could increase the difficulty, but just continue with no tyre wear. No tyre wear is an absolute must because the way the AI doesn't suffer with tyre wear either. What a move on Toprak. There's absolutely no way that stuck. I wasn't even planning on doing that. I just wanted to try and get alongside him, but as I just let off the brakes ever so slightly, I was able to make it stick. And now, we're on a, not only got the lead, we're on a good lap as well. Bit wide. I hope he doesn't send it up on the inside, because that would be disastrous for me. And the Mikey Vandermark fans get onto the power. We lost a bit of time on that right-hand side for turn 10. Now on the brakes, keep it in tight. Avoid hitting the curb, but lift and turn the second you go near it. Yeah, it is beginning to feel better and better each time around. 2.5 tenths is Toprak behind. He is close enough to strike here, so we've got to be really careful. Onto the brakes, near the 100-metre sign, onto the right-hander. There he comes. I knew that was coming. I might have given him too much space there, to be honest, but I'll happily take it back here. He's got the inside line. I need to move out of his, move out of his slipstream. You can see the collision detection there. We were alongside him, and he still got nudged ever so slightly. Bit strange that here in Superbike 22. We are talking about a game that is now, what, 2.5 years old as we go around the outside of Toprak. I tried to brave it around the outside, but to be honest, I probably lost time. Yeah, look at the gap difference. It's just slowly coming down as we go into the golf corner. Now onto the brakes to Adelaide. Michael Vandermark is looking for a first victory since 2021? Possibly Portimao? Was it 2021? I think he won a sprint race in with the BMW M1000 RR. I'm sure he did. So, yeah. I think it was 2021. I'm sure that's what the commentator said. I'm sure Greg Haynes or James Toslem must have mentioned that at some point. Do really like Mikey, and this is going to feel good if we get the job done. I commentated all day at Mallory Park on Saturday. Avoided any spoilers. Come home to watch Michael Vandermark win in World Superbike. It was one of the best returns back to a hotel room I've ever had before. It was great. Michael Vandermark victory, and then straight over to the pub for some chicken burgers. It's pretty good actually, right next to the Premier Hotel, Premier Inn Hotel I was at. Anyway, I digress for now because we're flying into the Lycée corner. This time, Toprak! I was going to say I've played it defensively there so he can't come through, and he still did! And now I'm stuck behind him! Oh, the Premier Inn stories cost me! I'm just thinking about the chicken burger. God damn it! Toprak's through again. Alright then, let's go Toprak. Let's do it. In fact, you're not even meant to be here. You're meant to be injured. I mean, that's probably why anyone else won this weekend, is because Toprak wasn't there. Oh, damn it, Toprak. I've just realised I'm fighting someone who wasn't even there. He's effectively invisible right now as we go on the brakes. Ooh. I can't get the bike stopped. I'm slamming on the brakes there as Toprak will go for that tight inside line. Nicely done from Razgatlioglu. Okay. Alright then. Let's go back at it again. Into the Nürburgring corner. I'll go for a lunge. You know I will. Nice. I've got the inside line for the 180. Oh, I just slipped on the rear. And now I'm shoving him out the way here. Oh my god, look how tight we are to the apex here. Remember when Jonathan Ray tried that and was it Scott Redding? Oh, I got picked up then. Oh, I got picked up a second time. Oh, we got to be careful here because Booliga's coming. Booliga is arriving. Come on, keep it together. The curb. That bloody curb. Has me so nervous going into that Imola corner. Come on, Mikey. I've been screaming at the television screen for years. Now I'm screaming at my OLED monitor. I'm imploring myself to get the job done. We're wide. We're wide into Lise. Oh, it's going to be another track limit warning. No, Booliga, no, Booliga. Oh my god, he hit me. You can't. Oh no. I don't know how we didn't crash then. Booliga hit me, didn't he? I just had to keep on pushing. I think that could have been a make or break moment, that. If Booliga got through me on there, I think that would have been it. Oh, look at this wonderfully tight apex. Yeah, of course I got a track limit warning for that. And Toprak was still quicker than I was. It's full send. It is full send. It's the time. It's the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, full send. Downshifting all the way down to second to first gear. And I'm wide. Ah, Toprak's back through again. Well, I think this was the right difficulty decision. Certainly kept us on our toes, as again we made more contact. Two great friends in real life, actually, between Toprak and Michael, and yet here, we're riding like arch enemies. As I say, he's not even meant to be in on wide. Oh my god, keep it together here. We've got to keep it together. We've got to get this right. I want to win. I've done some challenge videos recently, and I've thoroughly enjoyed them all, but this one matters so much more. I'm a massive Mikey fan, and I want to win this one. Come on! No disrespect to Toprak, by the way. I also love Toprak, but I really want Michael van der Mark to win. Come on, Mikey. 0.5 of a second down. We've got a couple of laps to go. The pressure's on this video. You know, I've made matters worse for myself by reducing the race distance. Because if it was a bit longer, I would have more time to do it. And I've cut the corner again! Oh my god, I've got to get that right. I'm one track limit warning away. Oh, I've got to get this one right. In fact, I'll be doing another challenge video very soon, as a matter of fact. I'll be doing Marc Marquez in Mazzano for the flag-to-flag situation. It'll be another wet race, won't it? In fact, I'll have to do that in a bit. From Superbike to MotoGP, it's going to be a nightmare, that. Wish me luck, ladies and gentlemen, as we go on to the brakes. We're through. Oh, what's that? Why did the bike go sideways? We are through. We have the lead. That was a really messy overtake just because of the way I don't know what happened there, but I think we clashed. We must have made some contact. Wasn't there on our screen, but in the game, it recognised that we were close enough to make contact, and here we go into the brakes for the left-hander of the 180 degrees corner. If there's a time to show your mettle, then it's now. We've got to try and hold Toprak back. What a race this has been so far. Count the overtakes. I don't know how many we've had, but there's been a there's been a plethora, hasn't there? A litany of overtakes here today in Magny Cours. And this could be one of our best lap times yet of the entire race. Not been close to the 41.5 since God knows when. That's a really tight defensive line there. I think that's worked out rather well because Toprak couldn't get through. Got to get this right now. Hit the red, hit the right and red, hit the white red again. Power out. Back into the 41s. That's a crucial lap time. 0.6 of a second quicker than Toprak on that one. That was vital. That was absolutely critical. Is this the moment when we get the hammer down? We can start shaking our head like Michael van der Mark did in the last couple of laps here in Magny Cours in race 1. The gap is 0.5 second. I need to ensure we are ahead comfortably enough going into both the Imola corner and then the penultimate corner, the complex DrAce. We've got to get that right. If we don't, Top Rack will attack. I'm really tentative now into the Nürburgring corner. That's one corner done that usually gives me a track limit warning, or at least worthy of it. Look at Jonathan Ray into the top 6. Great job for him. Now onto the brakes. Let's do it early. Gradually turn in with the BMW M1000 RR into the left hand side, onto the power, onto the brakes, turn in. Gotta say that this feels really good in the wet. Oh my god, all that advantage, and it's down to 2/10. He is in striking range. Get in the middle of the track, brake. He can't pass as if we're there. All this race we've been opening the door for him and saying, come on in, the water's lovely. It's not happening now. Oh, we lost time, come on. This is it. This is the final lap. My nerves are shot and I'm deep. Come on, Mikey. This is a serious challenge, this one. Kind of embarrassing that it's only 100% difficulty, but I can assure you, just try Superbike 22 on the hardest difficulty in the wet. You'll know exactly how hard they are. They're unbelievable. They're absolutely unbeatable. I think I made a video ages ago calling them fish in the wet. It was my first wet weather race in the career mode, and it was actually silly how fast they were. You're talking 3 or 4 seconds quicker. They're ridiculous. AI was the toughest game for AI in Milestone's history, I would say. They are bonkersly difficult. We've got 9/10 of a second lead here. It's all about the Imola corner. We found a good chunk of time here. This is crucial. We're on the precipice of standing on the top step in the wet with Michael van der Mark here in Magny Cours. We've nailed the Imola corner. 3 more to go. Here's Chateau done. What's next? The complex DrAce. We're 4/10 of a second clear. We might not have to go defensive after all, but I think I will. Oh, I'm so tentative on the brakes. We've done it. And providing now we hit the apex correctly, we've bloody done it. We've done it. Michael van der Mark is the winner in Magny Cours in Superbike 24. Yes! That one feels good. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time out. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.